Blog Talk Radio.
US Psychic Tag Team. How are you, Joanie? Hello? Hello, Joanie? Hello? Well, hello, everyone. We seem to have lost Joanie Eisinger. If you can just bear with me a second. Hello. Hi, Joanie.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I do apologise for that, everybody. I do apologise. When we're listening to the songs, we put each other on mute, and I'd put Joanie on mute, so that's my fault. So apologies. Anyway, hello,
the
everyone.
karmic work has been done. I forgive you. Please forgive me.
Thank you. Well, we're back again, and as you can tell, welcome everyone who's called us. I'll just let Joanie know we've got 6 callers in the queue.
Fantastic.
This is the Caroline and Joanie Psychic Tag Team across the pond. as the name goes. I'm from the UK, and Joanie is over in New York at the moment, New Jersey. For those of us who've called before, you know what we do. We do live calling readings, and basically what we do is we take your calls, we answer your questions. We are going to cut you to about 7 to 10 minutes per call because obviously we do like to get through everybody, okay? Right. Anyway, Joanie, would you like to explain a little bit about yourself, what you do?
Sure. Well, I originally was a social worker. I did individual and group therapy in New York City for 10 years. I became gifted with psychic and healing abilities after a dark night of the soul in around 2003 or 4. And I'm able to slip into other dimensions and lifetimes very quickly to assist people in learning where a precipitating event occurred, that initial trigger event occurred that trips them up in this lifetime. I do answer any question that's on the table. I say I'm not a doctor, but I can see into bodies. I address health issues, but please see your doctor if you have any medical concerns. I clear spaces, and I work on the aura and the chakras and the physical body, and I channel crystals and pets, and I talk to pregnant women's fetuses, and I do a host of many things. I've written a book, and a crystal card deck is coming out by Schiffer Publishing in March. So I love what I do, and I do this work privately. You could find me on www.jonieswhitelighthealing.com. And you could also Google my name, Joanie Eisinger, because my present website doesn't host the podcasts, interviews, articles, radio shows that I've been doing for about 2.5 years. A new website's being developed. Then everything will be on Joanie's White Light Healing. So that's I. And tell me about yourself. Tell everyone, Caroline, about you. What do you do?
Right. Okay. Well, I actually discovered, and I would say the word discovered because I was born as a psychic, approximately 13 years ago through life events, dark night of the soul, as what you've explained, Joanie. I'm a psychic medium. I'm also a healer. I'm a qualified life coach, and I'm also a hypnotherapist and past life regression therapist. I mainly work over the phones. I also have other psychics working for me who I interview, every single one. The majority of those psychics that actually work for me are also qualified life coaches. You will notice the difference with myself and Joanie when you actually have a reading from us because we work on different levels. Anyway, my website is www.crystalheartpsychics.com. I have to say I am having a refresh of the website soon and do have an American number now, so where you can call myself or one of my other psychics for $1.50 a minute. But basically that's what we do. So, but as here today, I am Caroline, who is the founder of Crystal Heart Psychics. I work as a psychic medium and clairvoyant, but also my modality is to heal as well as read. Okay, so that's me. Anyway, Joanie, are we ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready. Right, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to read out the last 3 digits of your phone number. You will then become live. We will ask who you are, where you are from, what's your question, and then both of us will take it in turns to go in. Okay, so the first one, we have a UK caller. The last 3 digits is 130, just going live now. Hi. Hello.
Hi, Caroline. Hi, Joanie. Thanks for taking my call. My name is Deep, and I'm calling from the UK.
Hi, Deep. How are you? I think we've spoken to you before, haven't we?
Yes, I did call up in summer. I think it was your first or second show, if I remember correctly.
Beautiful.
It's lovely to hear you again. Right, okay. Can we have your question then, and then whoever decides to go first?
No.
Yeah, sure. Can I get some guidance with regards to my professional life and love life in general, or if you would want to give me, if you want me to give you a background? I have been recently made redundant unexpectedly, although I am good at work. And love life-wise, I like a girl. We like each other, but she is in an unhappy relationship and she's confused and it's hard for her to come out of it. So in the new year, I'm hoping to get a swanky new job pretty early in January or February, and hopefully be in a relationship with this lady. She's called Margarita.
Okay, Joanie, do you want to go first?
Sure. Deep, I see regarding work. They use the term, you're very meticulous. You have an advanced way of searching for a job, and I feel that you will land quite soon. Within the next few months, do not worry. If you feel that time is lapsing, do not worry. It's set up for you already, this job. It's ordered. Where you will go next is a fantastic location. The people are wonderful. You're doing what you do best. Dress very well. There's something about appearance. Get yourself all spiffy. They're not saying get a new suit. They're not saying that, even if what you do doesn't require. Forget the word suit. Make yourself feel polished when you present yourself, and I see you extremely happy. There are bonuses there. I do not know whether that is money or whether there are perks, but the term they use again is location. Something about location. And so I see you thrilled, persevere, be meticulous, methodical. Take time also to rest. This is an opportunity to rest, even though maybe, I don't know, and you don't have to share. Financially, it could feel stressful. This is purposeful for you to take time for yourself. So do some things you haven't done before or haven't done in a while. Regarding the woman, she's an old friend from another lifetime, and you know her, and she waits for you. It doesn't feel like she's ready at this time.
No.
It feels like she has some agitation, a little bit of anxiety. She's a little agitated. I feel that you're listening to her. The hand-holding is what gets her through this time. This is about her growing and her shifting. It has to do with learning about men, perceptions about men and women. And she will come through. I do see the two of you together, but I see it a rough road, what she's experiencing. A dear, dear soul. I do not know whether the two of you might end up together forever. It could possibly be. They kind of have that hazy word marriage in the background, like they're not saying marriage, but marriage. That it could possibly occur. I think that there's free will choice here. And there are a few timelines that you could go down, a few roads, and one of them could lead to that in the future. I don't see it happening immediately, but if she chooses to open her heart and leave this person and heal and then be with you, it's possible that she could allow all of herself to be with you. Mm-hmm. So that is what I have for you. Caroline, do you want to now give yours?
Well, I have a very...
Oh, you're welcome, honey pie.
I have a very similar take. I want to talk about your career first because I do get a very strong link on this in the sense that I'm being told you're not worried at the moment, are you, Deep? Because I'm kind of feeling that this is a step up the next time round. So this is why Joanie was coming in with the appearance, because I feel that you should be looking for, the words I'm getting from Spirit is a new dimension or a new direction, I think it is. And it's like you'll almost be doing the same job, but just going slightly one step ahead of the game is what I'm being told. But I feel that even though I don't feel the finances are tight at the moment, I'm being told not to worry. This role is going to come up, as Joanie has said, over Christmas time. Just take this time to rest a little bit, put your feet up, and then get back on it again come the new year. Because I feel that once you are through this time period, it's also a period of self-discovery and self-learning about what does Deep really want? What do I really want to do? Because I kind of feel this is a reassessment and readjustment process, and then it's to move you on to the next level and move you through. So this is why the new suit and the new shoes and, you know, all of this is coming through. Now, I also want to talk about this relationship with this lady. Every time I'm being told is that I feel that every time you mention this lady, like obviously when we spoke before, I just can't give her time. Be there as a friend at the moment. I think that's what we said before. There is a strong connection there. She has a decision to make. Now, unfortunately, as you know, myself and Joanie cannot influence his other free will. But I kind of feel that she will come forward eventually. But also, again, and I always say this to all of my clients that I speak to, is make sure you don't sit around and wait for someone to make a decision. Always be the one in the front saying, right, okay, well, that's lovely, but I'm still leaving myself open for other opportunities, okay? I know you like her. I know there's a connection there. But I always say with spiritual guidance, common sense does apply. So, you know, I kind of feel that's where we should. So that's kind of me. I mean, how do you feel about that, Deep? Are you okay with that? I think we've answered your questions, really.
Yes, you have. Thanks a lot, Joanie and Caroline.
You're welcome.
Any timelines you get about getting when I'll be placed, when I'll start working actually?
Well, I got a little bit, I sort of thought there will be a job in the offing within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So this is something coming straight in. It's not going to be a short period of time at all. So I kind of feel it's just to have like just over the Christmas time, and then you'll see a job that you'll like and you'll think, I want to go for that. But I don't feel it's just one job offer you're going to be going for, and I don't feel that it's going to be one job offer that you're going to get. I think there's going to be 2 or 3 come in the pipeline in the next few weeks.
I would corroborate. I got February, but I feel that by February that's where all the paperwork is done. So I'll just go right along with Caroline about more offers and the timing. That short rest and the offers come in, and you're interviewing and the paperwork, and you're signing on the line. Oh, yeah,
February is about the time to start because obviously there's a first and a second interview process. So I don't feel it will be long, Deep. I don't particularly feel that the finances are a concern at the moment, if that makes any sense to you. And, you know, it's a case of that you can, how do I put it, I'm being told by Spirit you can bide your time that little bit. You don't have to rush into the next thing and just jump in. So, you know, it's one of those, it's a bit of a balancing act. I know, we've all been there. But I sort of feel that, you know, you are, as what Joanie said in her reading, very meticulous. So you will pick the right role. And I do see when Joanie was actually saying to you about you will be in a lovely place, I see a glass building. I got shown a glass building with a lake in front. So we'll that's interesting. As you know, my pictures are in symbolization form, but it's a really nice place you're going towards. So it's good.
May I just add, if you want to play around with the law of attraction and embrace the concept that thoughts create reality, you could put on a piece of paper, I am actively employed.
Sure, thank you.
Am employed, not I will be employed, I'm going to be employed. I am actively employed, and that will drive your spirit towards that. And that it's a done deal. It's wonderful to do that, and it's about energy and visualization, and that doesn't bring you to a place of fear. It brings you to the opposite, which is hope and faith. That's my 2 cents.
Last question is timelines. Do you get any timelines about the relationship? I know it's open to free will, though.
There isn't specifics on this. I kind of feel it's going a lot nicely. That's the way I'm getting it from Spirit. I do feel she's like, as you said, and I feel that she's now explained to you she's quite confused about what to do next. I'm just being told, just be there as a friend. Don't put too much pressure on that, if that makes sense to you, because relationships, like with law of attraction, like we can visualize what we want and it comes in. We can visualize the perfect relationship and it will come in, but what we can't rush is people. So, you know, so that's kind of, I feel that she's coming through into that decision. But if you want a timing, Deep, I'm getting around June.
Right.
I got about 9 months to a year, so that's also interesting, just to educate everyone, that you could have 2 psychics, and the one could say blue, the other can say green, but they're both colors. So it doesn't mean that anything is wrong. It has to do with the person's free will.
Yes.
And regarding what Caroline said about you can visualize, but in the end you can't control another person. But and also, if for some reason she is not the one and it does not go the way you would like, it means she was not for your highest good. So to visualize that I am in a romantic, loyal, devoted, fantastic relationship with someone who is for my highest good, that's really what we all want.
It is.
Yeah.
Just remember to put that you might fancy them at the end of it as well. The reason why I say this is I have played around a lot with the law of attraction, and I'm sure Joanie has too.
Yeah.
And you write a list of what you want, which is fantastic, but sometimes, and it is that old adage, careful what you wish for. Remember to write down everything, because what happens with relationships is you write down what you want and you've missed something, so you kind of get what you want and then you go, not sure. But that's why there's always the timings delay, because you get the choice, and it's about playing around with it so you get the choice, and then you can decide, because until you get what you want, you don't really know what you want. Does that make sense? So it's like one of those. It's play around with it and have fun. That's all I will say to you. But as Joanie said, visualize. And it's not about expectation, it's about an inner knowingness it's going to happen. So if you've got that inner calm about you, then you will become more attractive automatically. Does that make sense to you?
It does, yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
Beautiful. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks for the wonderful readings, Caroline and Joanie.
Oh, our pleasure.
Okay.
Let us know.
You for your call. Yes, and keep in touch with us. As you know, we'll be back on in a month's time, I suspect, but we haven't sorted the date out yet.
Sure,
okay, thanks very much, Steve. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Joanie. We're back again. Right, shall we go on to the next one?
Absolutely.
Right, okay. So, caller number 0233. I'm just going live with you now. Hi. Who are we speaking to and where are you from? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
You here?
Who are we speaking to? You're talking to Caroline and Joanie.
Hello, Caroline and Joanie. This is Eduardo calling from Miami. How you doing?
Eduardo from Miami.
Yes. How you doing, ladies? I didn't hear the click when I get unmuted, you know.
Okay.
That's
don't
okay.
worry.
You're here with us. What do you have for us?
Well, thank you for taking my call. I wanted to, I guess, it's a popular question today. I wanted to get a message about my career and finances. See what comes through.
Okay.
You go, Caroline.
Okay, thank you very much, Joanie. Right, I'm being told by Spirit, Eduardo, you're a very professional man, if that makes sense to you. They are showing me you suited and booted, but obviously that's my impression of someone who's a very professional person, okay. And as you know, I get pictures in symbolization. As far as career is concerned, I've got to ask the question, are you self-employed? Because I feel that you could be a very successful self-employed businessman.
Yes, I am. I've been working on finishing up a project, which is basically a mobile game that I'm launching pretty soon. And then I'm not sure exactly what my next venture is going to be, but I know something is on the works.
Right, okay. Well, remember we spoke about the law of attraction, visualize, imagine, and know that it's coming. Okay. Those are the three things you have to remember when you're, shall we say, manifesting, okay. And it's also about having an understanding that the emotional attachment has to be sort of not gone, but there has to be like you carry on, but the emotional attachment isn't there, if that makes sense. But you have to have the passion and the energy behind it. Right, okay. As far as this right, they keep wanting me to talk about relationship, but I'm going to push that to the side for a minute because I need to talk about this career aspect that you've elemented on. Finances are fine, okay? I actually see you going forward. Now, this is about, because what they're saying to me, and please don't take offense at this because we're not here to judge, and this is just what I'm getting from Spirit, is what Spirit is saying to me is sometimes you have good ideas, but then it doesn't come to be grounded enough. Does that make sense to you? So it's like you get, I think in the past you've got like halfway through an idea and then it's like you've gone, oh, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do this. They're saying to me...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what they're saying to me is when you get this, right, you have to become grounded to make things happen. So it's what we do. We visualize, imagine it comes through us, we take the idea, we turn it to reality, we then become grounded with it and take action. Now with you it's about the taking action that they're asking me to go on about, okay? So what I feel with you now is about organising yourself to a point where you're ready to take off. Because I kind of feel that the financial element, there would be quite some investment needed for what you're planning to do. Am I correct in that?
What did you say, the last part in regards to the investment?
Right. There'll be quite an investment needed to get to a level where you want to get to with this.
Yeah, I think so. With the business that I wanted to work on, it seems like, I could do it on the cheap end but not have a complete solution. Or I can just, in reality, I would need, a sizable investment. So.
Yeah. Okay. So have you got a business plan at the moment? Because they're saying to me, make your business plan. And then I kind of see you actually going around and getting the investment that you need to get this off the ground. Once it's off the ground, it will go smoothly. Okay. So this is where I'm picking up about it. So this is what I kind of want to say to you. So 2 feet on the ground, being grounded and stepping through. Okay. And I also feel the reason why they're talking about relationships, because I also feel with you, there is an element of having to build relationships to get this where it needs to be.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I guess, yeah. So is it I'm on the right track with this new business, or should I look to something else?
No, don't look to something else. You are on the right track. It's just getting the paperwork in order. This is what I'm getting from Spirit, and to getting organised. I actually see you going to get an investment from someone, because I think it's a case of I'm being told you need to work out what you need financially to get this where you need to get it. But once you've got those finances in place, and I am being told they will happen, you can make this happen. And I do see it being the words I'm getting from Spirit, and I'll give you the channel I'm getting because it's quite fun, is wildly successful. Okay, so that's not bad going really, is it? So, to have that, but they're saying to me about building relationships and stepping through with this. So it's about keeping the ball rolling, keeping the energy up, and making it come to fruition. Okay, so does that make sense to you?
I really didn't want it to get any investors. I was trying to do it bootstrapping it as much as I could. But it might come to that position where I just need to...
It will take you to a level, but it won't take you where you need to get to. Does that make sense? So I kind of feel that you can do it 2 ways. You can do it the fast way, which is obviously getting an investor, or you can do it the slow way, which is slow build. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. Okay. On this point, I'm going to pass you to Joanie, because I think it will be good to have another take on this, if that's okay with you, Eduardo.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Well, I'm, again, going along. I agree with what Caroline said. And I was counting. I often don't count words after they're said. She said the word "what you need." The word "need" came up 3 times. And as you were asking the question before Caroline started, Spirit wanted me to ask you, what do you need? There's something about the grounding. I think that, Caroline, you had said that sometimes you kind of need to really just be down there and get yourself more ordered and thinking about what you need rather than flying off and having something possibly be lost and gone. And so if you could ask yourself, and you don't have to do this now, but it would be very good for you to do that exercise. What do you need? Sometimes there are things you want, but what do you need right now in terms of this project? What is necessary? What are the most important details? And if you could maybe either write it out or say it out or put it in a recorder or talk to someone who understands what you do if it isn't a private project, if it's something that you can't, that you can in fact share with a trusted friend, about what your needs are. So if you could get that down, I think that would move away some of the wants that might not be as important. They might be a little more fluffy than the needs. But that's the first part. Also, they were showing me, the divine ones, that you're holding on to like a load of cash, like very tightly gripped in your hand. And they're not saying tightwad. They don't give me that. There's a fear. There's a fear about either investing or a fear of letting it go. Like I see, if you in fact opened up your hand that has this roll of cash, that it would be a gorgeous waterfall cascade, and that's the abundance. It would all just flow. And so important to take a look at what you're concerned about. I feel like there are thoughts that go on with you, and mind you, it's very human of you, as we all do this. Fear and doubt. We question. Will this take off? Will I have enough backing? Am I crazy? Is this a fly-by-night affair, etc.? Challenge these doubts. What you have is viable. You have a real product here. You have an idea, and you could make it springboard. And I see people smiling once you share it with them, once it becomes out in the open and real. Challenge yourself. Allow yourself to be in the unknown. That's what happens when we have a project, when we're entrepreneurs, and we go into that gray spot, the gray area. You are right on track. Yes, you asked Caroline, I feel that you are. The limitation is yourself, that you don't have to limit yourself. You can do this by yourself. Maybe there will be a backer. Caroline had said she sees an investor. This might happen. This might be happening. And enjoy it as well. This is where you are also to have a lot of fun. When you have fun, your vibration goes up. Joy. Sure. When you are having fun and you're experiencing joy at what you do, holy Moses, explosion. That's
it's
my
take.
Absolutely. You know, I've been trying to. I have this business that I'm finally getting ready to launch. And then I wanted to start this other project, you know, but I want to start seeing some returns on the first one.
Well, there's a term that in the Tao Te Ching, which is an ancient Chinese document, a book, if it were, by an ancient philosopher, Lao Tzu. And one of the terms in there, one of the sayings is, you can't push the river, it will flow. So you're already on the river and you're holding this baby. Just sit, make believe there's like a nice raft underneath, and let the river take you down. You will, or serenity prayer, do what's in your control and let the rest go and surrender it and ask for assistance. You are busting. I mean, you sound like you're busting and you're so excited. I feel it in your higher self is busting. And you need to trust that there's divine order in this. Surrender and say, I can only do so much, and hey, maybe y'all on the other side can even possibly place some assistance for me in front of me, and enjoy it as well.
Cool. That's a great message. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Fantastic.
Caroline, I don't know if there's any last thing before we move on.
No, I kind of feel we've wrapped it up, Joanie, if that makes sense. Sorry about that, Eduardo, but what I mean is I think we kind of, because it was quite funny because I'd mentioned about don't change horses midstream. It's sort of like make sure you stay grounded, get that one running up, and then start the next one. And this is what it's all about. Because, and the other thing as well, just remember we have intuition. That intuition is our gut instinct telling us where we should be going and what we should be doing. So just remember to listen to that, Eduardo. It's just bringing it into reality, and when we talk about manifestation, law of attraction, remember, follow your gut and take the action. That is what this is about now. So, good luck. Keep in touch. We'll be back on next month. So you can always keep us informed, all right?
Good luck. And the last thing, just to say, is that I mentioned about the river, and Caroline mentioned something about a stream. There's something going on with you and water. I don't know what it is, but there are no coincidences that we both bring up metaphors about water. Do you have any affinity to the water?
Well, I'm a Cancer, so.
There you go. You see. I think it's more about the flow, Joanie. It's go with the flow.
Yeah.
Well, there's the water, so enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ladies.
You take care now.
You
Lovely
too.
to talk to you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I do apologise for that, by the way. That is my home phone number ringing, and I won't be answering it. I do apologise for the slight noise in the background, the slight technical hitch there. Unfortunately, I can't, it's one of those. Right, okay. Are we ready to move on to the next one, Joanie?
Sure.
Okay, right. The next number is 976. Hello, 976. How are you?
I'm good. This is Anna.
Hi.
Hello. My question is around a new relationship with a gentleman named Fred. So I'm just wondering, I feel like I've been doing a lot of work in terms of what I want for the long term, and I'm just wondering if this person serves my highest good and what you see as far as his intentions with me and what the potential looks like.
Right. Can I just be cheeky? Is it Diana, did you say? Diana?
Oh, no, just Anna.
Anna. Sorry about that. And where are you from, Anna? I do apologize. We like to know where you're from.
I'm calling from the United States. I'm calling from Virginia.
Oh, lovely. Okay, right. Thank you for that. Sorry about that. It's just I like to see who we're talking to from where in the world. Right. Okay, Joanie. Do you want to go with Anna first?
Sure. Is Fred guarded?
I feel like it sometimes, but other times he seems really open. So, yeah.
Yeah. He has his own pace. The two of you have different rhythms. I feel like you have quite a smooth rhythm, and his is jerky. And I don't mean that he's a jerk, and there's no metaphor in that. It's just describing. It's like a zigzaggy, or you have a chain, and you're jerking it around, back and forth. And he has his own pace. He's been through things in his life, like he has a bad taste in his mouth. He wants to know you. He likes you. He fantasizes about the future, and then he gets nervous. He throws himself back into either sad states or confused states, and he does this. It's in his head. It's mental. It's the mind, mental. And he goes over things and reviews things that have happened in the past that are upsetting. Does he go to therapy?
No.
Would he?
I don't know. I mean, he may, but may not tell me, I just don't know.
I understand.
Yeah.
That would assist him in working through past issues that are upsetting. That, I feel, is why he's guarded.
Okay.
That's one part of this, and the other part is regarding you. Have you shared concern with him? Have you opened yourself up to talk about us?
No, not yet. We're still, I guess, getting to know each other. I've let him know what I'm looking for and where I've been, but not exactly in terms of us. So,
and because is it kind of early on? It's an early on. There's not necessarily an us, and it might not be appropriate to go there yet.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And that's okay. So you're being direct with him in a loving way, where you if you share things with him that are poignant and necessary to be addressed about relationship, open up your heart and imagine you're hugging him with energy. He needs to feel supported.
Okay.
People have accused him of things in life, the finger pointing, and that's the last thing that he wants to feel. Now, remember, you cannot control. As I talk to everyone, the listening audience, you can't control what another person thinks, says, does, believes. So you can go in with your best intentions, and then that's it. It's now out, and then you just throw it up and you surrender, and then whatever you get back is what you get back, and that's okay. Everyone has free will. So when you go in at certain times, I believe you will need to be direct, put out that hug, love type of energy, like I'm not here to blame. Or how do you feel about this? This is how I feel. Have you been experiencing it similarly? Or that doesn't feel right to me. I'd rather have it like this. He hears it better that way in terms of the future with the two of you. I don't know whether this is a long-term relationship. I feel like that there's a very important reason why the two of you are together. It's about healing. You've been together before in other lifetimes, and you're here to do it again. You're here to work on issues and find love and find healing in each other, and support is the key word.
Okay.
Does that resonate?
It does, yeah. Just the things you described and the ways to kind of talk to him. Yeah, I just, I guess I've been through a lot, so it's like I want to get to know him and feel things out, but at the same time I'm kind of guarded too. I want to make sure I'm not making a mistake, Which I guess
Caroline, do you want to go on about the word mistake before you give your reading? Go on, there's a key word that we spiritualists love to. Go ahead, go, honey. Talk about mistakes.
Right. First of all, Anna, I will finish on. I will sort of say about the mistake. There is no mistakes. That is absolutely, because we're here to learn. And the thing, sometimes we will have someone come into our life. Now, the other thing I do pick up, Anna, and I'm going to talk about you rather than the gentleman, I kind of feel you're healing too. So I feel like you have had some... So you're both in a very similar place. Now, if we talk about the law of attraction, think about it like magnetism, okay? So what we've got inside ourselves, we normally will attract a similar individual at the same time with the similar issues. And trust me, I've done this. In the past, I'm with a permanent partner now, but I must admit I have dated to death, and I will say to you, I did a little bit of an experiment once and thought, you know what, I'm going to go dating while I'm not fixed and see what happens. And it was quite amusing because every single person who I actually met up with then told me about what their issues had been, and strangely enough, I was actually going through the same thing at the same time. So sometimes you're actually brought out to bring things out in each other. Now, I don't necessarily believe in, hold back and don't go and meet someone while you're working on yourself, because I think that's I actually don't necessarily think it's wrong nor it's right, but I kind of feel that our job is to learn. The more we learn, the better we get at doing things. It's, practice makes perfect. Now, I've got to talk about you because I feel that you've had some stuff in the past that you've gone through which makes you a little bit guarded. And the way I'm getting it from Spirit is that between the two of you, it's like you're putting the broken pieces back together again, okay? So it's actually very good. It's very healing. It's a very... No, it hasn't got to that stage yet, but I'm being told it's a very respectful and loving relationship, which is I kind of think that's what you want. You might want it to go a little bit quicker. So what happens is we go, and I've done this, I go, well, actually, I'd like to meet someone and get to know them slowly. But then the thing is, if you actually get the right connection with someone, all of that goes out the window because you know instantaneously. Okay, it's a gut feeling. It's I've known this person before. I feel very, very connected. Then the trick is to kind of relax and allow yourself to go into it slowly but surely. Now, if he's the right person, which we'll come on to that in a minute, he will allow you to breathe as you will allow him to breathe. You won't be doing this pushing each other, yeah? So this is where it's kind of like I'm getting he's quite a reserved gentleman. I do feel he thinks before he speaks, which is great, but I kind of feel you do as well. So you actually you're a mirror reflection of each other at the moment, which is really good. I feel it's nice. I feel the energy is lovely. I feel that you're both a little shy. Okay, does that make sense to you, Anne?
Yeah. Yes.
So it's sort of and I've got to say this is very good for you. So don't think about the end, just think about the now. Enjoy each other's company, enjoy each other's time, and see where it takes you. One big message I had, this was many years ago, I went through a pretty difficult divorce at the time, and I asked my guides and said, why can't I meet someone? They went, life's full of surprises. That was the message I got. I channeled for me. So thanks, guys. Thanks for telling me what's going to happen. Sometimes we're not meant to know. Sometimes we're meant to relax, breathe, and enjoy, go with the flow. You see what I mean? And this is where a lot of people get confused. We say the law of attraction, work out what you want. But the thing is, it's like plan it and then let go. Do the actions, follow your intuition, and let go. It's all about learning not to think and allowing yourself to breathe, okay? So with this gentleman, I do feel it's going to be nice and relaxed. I get a lovely feeling. As you were talking to Joanie, I actually got a picture of a beautiful red heart in someone's hands. So I feel that he will put his heart in your hands as you will put your heart in his hands, but it might take time to get to that place, okay? So just get to know each other. So I don't know whether you want to add any more to that, Joanie, but I kind of feel my guides are now pulling back. So I kind of feel that we've covered it. Anna, is that okay with you?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you so much. That was great information.
Okay. Are you okay, Joanie?
Okay.
Have you got any
yes, I just want to dovetail regarding it being healing. I think it's beautiful between the two of you, and despite it, like how I had said it, the different rhythms, the different energies, it's okay. Sometimes attract likes, but oftentimes we find each other because we're attracted to opposites, and that's the way we learn. Every relationship is a healing relationship, whether it's a day or a lifetime, and that I see beauty. I see beauty, and I see his wanting to know you. He very, very much wants to know you.
Okay,
so enjoy this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're
appreciate it. Thank you. Okay.
Lovely to speak to you. Keep us informed.
Let us know.
Yes. Okay. Right. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. I think we'll just go straight into the next reading, if that's okay with you, Joanie. Last number is 065. I'm just putting you live now, as it will take some time to click over. Hi. Who you're speaking to? Caroline. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, you're talking to Lori. Thank you for taking
Laurie,
my call.
how are you? Hi, Laurie. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay. You're from Florida, is that right?
California.
California. It's all right. I remember speaking to you last show. So I'll just say hello from me. I am actually going to pass you straight to Joanie, Laurie, if that's okay with you, because I know I read for you last show, and obviously Joanie wasn't with me last time. So if that's okay with you, Joanie, you don't mind, do you?
Sure.
Okay. Right. Have you got a question for us, Laurie?
Anything, yeah, basically, or love or school. Either the two. Or whatever.
So in terms of love, I feel like you're looking at someone. Are you looking at someone?
Kind of.
Yeah, there's someone you're kind of looking at. I think he's kind of looking back.
Really?
It feels like there's a look. I'm wondering if he's wondering if you're looking. Does he notice that you're looking?
I don't know anymore. Something changed.
Okay. Is this person even available? I feel like he might be with someone.
No, I think he's available. I don't. But
unless he's looking at someone else, I do not get the full open road feeling. I feel like there's a constriction. There's a block.
Okay.
And I feel like as if there's someone else. There's someone. It's either someone that he used to be involved with that he can't get his mind off, and he's stuck, or he's there. He's still in that energy. Or there's someone else he's considering or with. That could be why you're quite not sure if he's heading your way. He's a nice person. He has a lot of growing to do. It's a maturity factor here. They would rather you get to know him, find out more about him first before deciding that he's someone you would want to pursue.
Okay.
His judgment is, they say his judgment is poor. And there's no, And that's not said with judgment. It's just, when you do a reading, it's just factual and just with descriptive words. So there is no judgment in saying that, and that's where it goes back to a maturity level. Nice soul, well-meaning, but has some growing to do. So that is that person. And about school.
Yeah, I kind of ran into snags, so I'm wondering, that has a lot to do with everything.
Do you want to talk about the snags, or do you want to talk about, were you taking courses towards a major?
I'm thinking of, yeah.
You were enrolled, matriculated, but it's spotty.
Well, I'm almost done. I'm almost going to graduate, and I ran into a snag with the chair of the department last semester, and this other professor told me it's going to screw everything up if I don't make up with her. And what happened, she did it to me, and I don't feel comfortable with the situation what she did, and I don't think I did anything I need to apologize for, which she needs to apologize for. And I applied for a grade change, which I still passed, but, the others in the group got a higher grade. But I think she's prejudiced against me, and then I took that emotionally, and then I was going to write a letter to the dean.
It feels that intervention is necessary, and usually when those situations get heightened, because they use the metaphorical term, a war. It's a battle going on, and it looks like it's a stalemate, no one's moving. And deans do come in to referee at that point, and that all the information is put on the table, and then a final decision is made. And it is important for you to know where you stand in order for you to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Right. I didn't get the grade change. I'm trying to find out. I was told I would get my say, to speak, but I didn't. And then I know it's really a hard thing to do, to get a grade change. It would just be an informal letter to the dean, but they won't do nothing or say anything to the professor because she's the chair, and she's been there for years. Basically, it's to make myself feel better.
Well, go ahead. Go, Carolyn.
It's all right. I want to interject here, and I think Joanie's going to agree with me. I kind of feel that we do need to do a little bit of work on you, Laurie, because the one thing that keeps cropping up as I'm talking to you is, do you feel invisible?
Well, in that situation, yes. Nobody listened. Yeah, in that situation there, I basically pretty much moved forward, but it did disturb me this semester because, you're still in the same department. You have another professor, kind of respect, and it kind of ruins it. And the same girl from my group was in there, and she's, all about herself. Oh, my God. It's
right, okay. I'm going to say this, Laurie, and I hope you don't mind, Joanie, that I think we need to do some healing work on this, don't you, Joanie?
Well, I know you got a hit on invisible, and I got a hit on war, so it seems there are two things going on here.
Yeah.
Two healings that really are necessary.
I really do feel, so I think I'm gonna let you go, Joanie, because I have to say this forgiveness work is Joanie's forte.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's find out. Karma. Let's go in. Okay. So, wow. Okay. On the other side, the two of you are friends. Okay. You're part of the same soul group, and you play out these dramas for soul growth opportunities. So the two of you come in to make amends for another lifetime that really was disastrous. Are you ready for something pretty cosmic? It's pretty hairy, twisted, and cosmic. What do you think? Are you ready?
I don't know.
Pretty entertaining. You'll probably be telling your friends this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You were part of a porn ring. And you took pictures of kids. Now, mind you, when I say this, there's no judgment. And for the listening audience, when you return home, this is my belief system, and I do not impose this on anyone. I'm just sharing. I do not believe there is the word sinner that's emblazoned on your chest. It's just like, wow, that was a hefty lifetime, wow. And it's very factual, and we choose these roles for soul growth opportunity. If people wish to read the two books, Your Soul's Plan and Your Soul's Gift, both by Robert Schwartz, they'll get a better idea. They'll be illuminated regarding pre-birth planning and why we would choose Cucamonga situations for soul growth opportunity. So getting back to this, so you did this and you were the picture taker and something happened, and are you ready? I'm telling you this is a channel, Caroline. Wait until you hear what comes out of my mouth. And I don't say this term, it was a channel, as I'm a casual person. This is my filter. You were bitch slapped silly. Is this pretty cosmic, honey pie, for you?
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, honey pie. You can't make this stuff up. So, she's the one that slapped you, and you cried. You were doing your job, and you cried. It hurt. Resentment, very forlorn, and it was like a stab in the chest. I don't see real death. It was a heart wound. A heart wound.
Well,
go ahead.
When I went to her this semester, I gave her the papers. She didn't even look at me. She started screaming at me. And it just, throughout the whole semester was like just not good. And was,
do you see the reflection? Do you see the mirroring of that and this?
Well, I mean, I was ready to graduate. She couldn't even give me the decency to look at me when I was talking to her. And she had her head in the computer, and I'm telling her to look over my grievances.
Yes, and the parallel is that in the other lifetime you were doing your job. You were just doing your job, and you ended up being hurt very, very, very much so. And your heart was wounded. And in this lifetime, you were doing your job. You were being a student, and you were met with a very, very, very extreme hurtful reaction, which left you also, I believe, with a heart wound. Let's release the karma, the unforgiveness. You were very angry at her in the other lifetime. You were both men in that lifetime, so we'll just call her because you can relate better here. The way that you release the unforgiveness in that lifetime is by forgiving yourself first. So you just say inside, I forgive myself. If there's any unforgiveness towards self where you blamed yourself for anything in that lifetime, forgive her.
Well, yeah, and it makes.
Let's just complete this because it's very important to release the energy that's holding you back, that the ties that bind. Ask for her forgiveness. You just call upon her and say, please forgive me, and thank God for this life lesson. And I see you're very angry. It's hard for you to do this. It's hard for you, it seems, for you to wrap your head around this, that there's another lifetime that's bleeding into this one that's creating mayhem yet again. So this is your opportunity. I can't make you do something. This is something that after you get off the phone, it's to consider that this drama between the two of you comes from another place, another incarnation where you're playing in reality, where something went down hard and hurtful. And that when you went to your passing in that lifetime, you had unforgiveness towards her, so you come into this lifetime and it's a do-over. And she's going to play it out again in another way. So when you forgive her in that other lifetime, negative energies, karma is released, and it moves you forward. Sometimes miracles occur, and things change around. If anything, you feel lighter, and that the interactions between the two of you could possibly be a little bit more civil, or it could free up other people to intervene where you didn't think it was possible.
Yeah. No, somebody did ask to intervene, and I said no, just leave it alone.
Okay.
Because
well, then that also could possibly be an indication that your higher self is telling you that you need to do that. It's between the two of you. And I believe as an outsider and a healer that you need to do, that it would be very advisable for you to do a higher level forgiveness exercise in order to release the ties that bind.
Get them involved, but it makes it difficult.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying, Laurie, but the reason for this, and I am in total, because I'm a healer as well, I do this as well, and it's basically what we're trying to do is remove the negative energy that's surrounding this situation so we can lift it off. This is forgiveness work because you need to be able to forgive. I know that's difficult, but it's going to free up the energy, make it much easier for you to have an open pathway, if that makes any sense. And we need to get off the merry-go-round. And this is why I was saying about Joanie coming in, because the forgiveness work is so crucial to lifting that energy up. So, because then you stop looking at...
Well, it makes it difficult with the other professors, I guess, to relate to me when I'm having problems with the chair.
And that's all
I'm trying.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about.
Be aware of your worries and be aware that they are blocks, that the fears you have are blocks. When you can acknowledge them and you can say, well, it is possible that, or this is what I'm experiencing now. But if you have hope and faith that miracles can occur, or that you can lighten your load, or that your thoughts can create your reality, that you can change your movie with your thoughts, then the fear will dissipate. The fear and doubt moves over to the side. You have to believe that fear and doubt are blocks. They are energies that become consciousnesses that interfere with forward movement.
Yeah, because
it doesn't mean that Caroline and I wear rose-colored glasses and we're deluded and we're encouraging people to delude themselves and not look at situations for what they are. You're in a tight situation. We encourage people to go to that other place, that esoteric place that isn't as concrete. Well, these are the players involved and this is what I have to do. You know, like what's right before us, what we see and know. We're talking about a higher understanding that this is a game, this is a movie, this is for soul growth opportunity, for you to release pain and suffering from elsewhere so the war over there ends, so then you have a smooth, open road here.
And it's not only that, look. Yeah, it's also, if you can just, it's also about when we allow our emotions to become, how do I put it, negative, for want of a better word. Obviously, this person has hurt you. We understand there's some resent there, there's some blockage there, there's some anger there. But when you
it costs a lot more money because of her.
But when you can release that energy, what happens is, because you've changed, your energy shifts. And then the thing is, what happens is all that negative energy is removed, and then you're just like, well, you're not affecting me. And we need to get you into a place where this situation is no longer of consequence, or it's not have consequence to your future. This is the thing that we're talking about now. And
well,
I kind of
the thing is that I need to get references, and I don't know if she has anything to do with somebody giving me a reference.
Right, okay, Laurie, focusing on her and focus on your future, okay? Your future is far bigger than the person involved in the scenario. What we've tried to do and what Joanie's trying to do is remove that energy that's surrounding you, which then allows you to step through and move forward. The words I'm getting from Spirit is this lady is of ill consequence to you, in the sense that, does it really matter? You know, what matters is you continuing with your study and getting on with your tutors to get the grades that you need, okay? So
right.
This is kind of where we need to get you a little bit flowing again, okay? Because the thing is, I always say, I can help someone heal, I can do that, I can read, I can give assistance, but we have to get you into a place where we're not saying to you believe in our beliefs or any of the above. What we're actually saying to us is, by allowing yourself to forgive, then you will allow yourself to move forward. Does that make sense?
Sort of, yeah.
So that's kind of where we need you. So we need you a little bit more pliable, because at the moment what's happening is you're focusing on the situation and the problem, not the solution. We need the solution. You see what I'm saying? So again, I kind of feel that, you know, your grades are going to be okay, right? But I'm being told, and I think Joanie will back me up on this, you need to make friends again. You know, as much as you may hate this woman's guts, it's about your future, that your future is more of important than this one person. And it's that one person that's blocking your future. So, yeah, eat humble pie. Even though it's not really what you want to do, sometimes we are better off having that humility than we are being stuck in the zone of anger.
Well, I'm out of that school anyway. I'm done.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
okay.
I'm just saying that
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that we gave you a lot to think about, and now this is for you to then take and decide whether there might be other options for you that aren't what you expected to hear today.
Yeah, finish it somewhere else or something. Do it a different way.
I really seriously get, Laurie, I think you need to do the forgiveness work to get that situation away from you.
I'm over it in a way. No, I am not gonna. The thing is, I know what she's all about, and she did it on spite to me, what she did. She did it as a personal vendetta to me.
But
when I get away and
that.
out of there for a while, I'll forget about it. But I can't let it go.
Yeah.
I mean,
I understand. I mean, we can do. All I can say to you is the channel I'm getting from Spirit is yes. There's an element of you need to move beyond this and focus on the future. But I mean, that's all we can do for you tonight, Laurie. I do apologise.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
We're hoping that this remedies.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Hi, Joanie. Right, okay. Shall we have a little bit of a break at the moment? And
sure.
Just go a little bit of I'm just going to announce this next song because it's actually a song sung by Joanie herself, even though she probably wouldn't say that. And it's called My Favorite Things. Okay. Hello. Hi, Joanie. You there?
Hi.
Hi. Right. Okay. I think we best do. I don't know whether you want to tell everyone about your singing and where everyone can find you.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for playing my songs. I've been writing a lot of songs. I put lyrics down to about 23, and I'm writing the music for them along with a friend and recording them at another friend's studio and beginning to copyright. So if people want to hear my covers and scratch demos of the songs that I've written, they can go to YouTube and SoundCloud. And ultimately, I'll be having these professionally recorded with more instruments, and I don't know what's going to happen. Either someone will pick me up or there'll be an LP. Not sure what will happen, but I'd like to be singing professionally. So you've heard that here.
There you go. You have indeed. Right. Okay. And for anyone who's joined us new, this is Caroline Dixon. I'm actually the founder of a company called Crystal Heart Psychics. You can find me on Crystal Heart Psychics and on our Facebook page as well. I have other readers working for me that are online 24 hours a day. I'm a psychic medium and healer, and I will let Joanie say who she is, and then obviously we'll then go on to the next call.
I'm Joanie Eisinger. I live in New Jersey in the States, and I do private readings. I also do Skype and phone for folks who aren't local to central New Jersey. You could find me at www.joanies, Joanies, White Light Healing. And you can also Google my name, Joanie Eisinger, Eisinger. That's like E-I Singer. And you can find out more about what I've been doing.
Okay.
Shall we go on to the callers?
We shall. I'm just going to tell everyone we've got 8 callers left, and we have got an hour. We will try and fit everybody in. But anyway, on to the next, we digress. So on with the next caller straight away. You are number 133 is the last 3 digits of your number. Hello.
Hello.
Speaking to Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Who am I speaking to, and where are you from?
This is Keisha from North Carolina.
Hi, Keisha. How are you this evening?
All right.
Hi.
Yep.
Hi. Can I just have a general reading or whatever you pick up first, or any messages from the angels, whatever?
Okay,
Go
Keisha.
for it, Caroline.
You've got a lot going on at the moment. Is that right?
Well, energetically, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's almost like you've got lots of things to sort out. I feel that you, even though you don't sound like it, there's a lot of things, and the words I'm getting it from Spirit is in the pipeline that need sorting out. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and the way they're showing it to me now, I don't use tools when I'm reading, but I do sometimes am given pictures of tarot cards, which is kind of a symbolization to me. The way they're showing it to me is it's almost like there's a card called the Seven of Cups, which actually has like the different cards and lots of choices to make. And I kind of feel you've got lots of choices to make, but it's knowing which direction. It's almost like everything around you is in front of you, but it's almost coming up as disorientating. Like, where do I go next? What do I do next? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about your career first, okay? Now, what's the decision there? Because have you been looking at another job or going self-employed?
I'm not really. I'm in school to be a nurse, but I'm not really doing too hot. So I kind of been like looking. Maybe I should, break out in my own business, or maybe I should learn how to drive truck and trailers. Go on the road for a little while. So I don't know, or maybe I should just stop, give school a break, and just drive truck for a while. It's just like so many different things I can do. And and I don't even know what to do about school. And should I stop and just reconsider, or should I just go slow with it? Or should I just nix it all together? I'm just like not really, I'm not.
Right. Okay.
Clear.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was obviously picking up right at the start. Right,
Yeah.
I want you to finish that qualification, whatever happens. Okay, this is where I'm heading. All right, so just to let you know. But I am being also advised, if you want, and it's a choice, it's not a definitive, right? You can choose to take that break if you want. But I also feel that part of this is a little bit about you want to carry on with school and you want to carry on learning, but it's almost like the finances need to be worked on a little bit. So this is what's pulling you in to look for something else. It's not necessarily school. I kind of feel there's a little bit of boredom around this. And it's just a case of, like, you're quite an energetic person, but I feel that school's draining you and you almost need something else on top of school to help you.
Yes. That's what usually I do. I need a job and a school. Yeah. If I have a job and a school, like, I'll be pushing it. I'll be getting them grades.
Yeah.
I don't know what my problem is, whereas I'm just doing school alone. It should be enough. But it's just like, oh, I need something else to kind of motivate me. And usually I have a job, and I'm doing really good when I have the job. I don't know what's that all about, but, yeah.
Well, it's a little bit of the more we do, the more energy we've got. And I think I've got to be honest with you, you have the perfect capability of passing your college. There's no problem there at all. What it is, it's just this boredom factor that's kicked in a little bit. So I kind of think I want you to go and get a part-time job, if anything, and work your college around your job, because I feel that then that's going to give you the enthusiasm, the motivation to keep calm. The way I'm getting it from Spirit, and I do apologise, I'm saying this tongue-in-cheek, is keep calm and carry on. You see? Because I think it's just this little bit of, you just want to break out and be free for a bit. But I think if you actually had a position and you were working, it's almost like even if you worked in, you know, a fast food chain or something like that, it's just to keep your brain buzzing. Because I think with you, there's a little bit of, you know, they're sort of equating you a little bit to me, because, like, I did all my studying while I was working a full-time job, and that was the bit that kept me going, because it's the adrenaline kicking in, and it's like, because it becomes more of a challenge, then you strive for it more, and I feel that that's where you're at. So I kind of feel that, you know, it's all very positive. It's just about you just kind of going, yeah, I'm going to do that. And once you've made that decision, it's going to be fine. I just think at the moment you've kind of gone, you know what, I need to focus on school, so I'm just going back to school. And then you go into school and then you're trudging along and it's sort of like, but this is a little bit boring, I want something more. So then it's just getting into the something more. That's all this boils down to, okay? Now, I hope I've covered that bit. I'm just going to touch on relationships a bit. Now, love life, am I right in saying that you're single?
Very single, yes.
Have you decided to put your head down and ignore boys? Almost?
Yes,
okay.
Almost. I can peek, right? I can scratch a little bit.
But that's all you're doing right now. You're going, well, I haven't got time, but I'm bored. But I haven't got time, but I'm bored. I haven't got time, but I'm bored.
Exactly.
Yeah. And this is the thing. You have, and this is the words I'm getting from Spirit, so, you know, you have a fantastic personality. When you came first on, it was like, hi, I'm Keisha, and you know, and like as you've come out of your shell while you're talking to me, there's the energy, bang, right? You are a fun person, you're a happy soul, and you like to feel motivated, you love the adrenaline kick, and you want to be challenged as well. This is what your next step is, right? So it's sort of like, and it's not just that. When you've got life flowing, this is the thing, right? What people don't understand, and I've had it myself, you know, like when you stay in one night and you think, no, this sometimes we've all gone through this, you know, no one's called me, I've got no friends, everything's dull, and it's grey, and it's boring, and do you see where I'm coming from? And then the minute you're busy, then kind of everyone phones you, and you want to be everyone's friend, everyone wants to be your friend, and it's almost like the minute that energy starts up and kick in, everything else starts kicking. And this is where I kind of want you to get back to, because I feel at the moment, I just feel you're being a little bit, not low, but undecided. I think that's the word I'm going to say, really. It's more about, do I do this over there or that over there? And it's just about making the choice. So I've kind of finished with what I'm going to say. I'm going to pass you straight on to Joanie, and then Joanie can have a look as well.
Okay.
Well, Caroline, I just love hearing you, and I for everything that you said, I'm nodding. So for everything that Caroline shared with you, I am in agreement. It's called going in. That's one term that we psychics use. To go in is to have a look. And so as you were talking, I went in, and I saw you were studying, and you were saying, is this all there is? Like, really? Like, come on. Like, this is going to get me something? Like, come on. And you want it now. You do prefer that working and studying because it moves you, and it's real. That work is real. Like, you're studying in order to work. So to have something going on at the same time is like it's showing you in real time, well, if you study, then you end up with a job. So I'll get one, and then it all makes sense. So it's important for you to know on a deep level that the studying that you're doing will get you employment. Okay. And that, yes, you feel more comfortable with having a job. It enlivens you, it jazzes you, great to have the money and to be with people. But there's some deep level here that it feels to me, it might not be conscious, that you're sitting there in the room and you're, the classroom or in a library or at home, and you're going, really? Like, really? And it's harder to see the future, to see outcome. So I hear you laughing. Does that resonate?
Yeah, because my spirit dipped like 1,000 points. So, yeah, I felt it. It goes, yeah.
Okay. So it just know that I can't make you know. This is your work. This is your spiritual work. I'm sharing that I see you getting to the place where it's in your gut. It's that deep spiritual knowing that cracking open a book, taking a test, exploring this, doing research with that will, in fact, hand you a diploma. And like Caroline said, oh, yeah, you're able to go through your courses and graduate. I just see that if you want to, you could take time out and not do it, but you don't have to. It's up to you. That's your choice. But you are very able to study and then get it and then graduate and get what you want. Now, this is another thing that I got. I have no idea what this is. So oftentimes when I get something that seems kind of left field, I ask. From the moment you started talking, I kept getting baby, 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 baby. Now,
yes.
Okay. Now,
baby. I want one.
Is someone calling you baby? Did you have a baby and give it up, or have an abortion, or do you want a baby?
It sounds like somebody calling me baby. But
is it someone who you know that exists?
I'm expecting a baby. For the past couple of years, I've been getting a baby spirit around me, and at certain times I go through that nesting stage, and I'm like,
honey.
And I'm like, I don't even have a
baby.
man, and I'm scared to I don't want to bring it through until I finish and accomplish something. So if the man doesn't want to stay around, I can take care of the baby appropriately by myself. That's how I
You
feel.
are expecting now.
Yeah.
No. I mean, real. Are you wanting a baby, or you're pregnant?
I'm not even wanting it, but the spirit, like, it's
Oh,
around
the
me,
baby
and I
spirit
find myself
down on you, honey.
I find myself nesting sometimes.
Oh yeah, getting ready. Okay, because it's so.
And I'm afraid to get involved with a man unless
you could pop. You could end up pregnant with just a glance.
I'm trying to hold the men off so I can finish school.
I get you.
And
okay,
if I do something. So I know, because it always happens to me. Something crazy is going to happen when I'm going to end up pregnant. It always happens. I mean, I can take every precaution, and I will be pregnant as soon as he look at me wrong.
The glance. Yep, the breath and the glance. Okay.
Yeah.
So, no, because that was it. So they get real practical on this. If you believe in birth control, use it. If you do not want to, then don't look at any men. No,
exactly.
Do not breathe on any of them. Do not look at them.
I had to compromise.
But really, it's an energy that I mean, Caroline, maybe if you get this, this is real. This is real energy. I do not see it as something to block. I do not see it as karmic. I see it as love. I see it as beauty. I see this as maternal, and it's gorgeous. And one day you will be a mom. I don't see it now, but there is a heavy, wonderful feeling that's going on now, and Spirit always wants us to be practical. And I hear you've got your plans. You want this first, and this in a line, and then baby comes later. That sounds like what your wish is. So then take the steps towards baby later. Do what you need to do now. I'm not being a rocket scientist here. You've already said it, but they're validating your feelings and your knowings about it. I see you very happy in life. I see someone coming in, and I see a baby, not now. So keep your legs crossed and study.
Okay.
Yep.
See?
And the other thing I do get, Keisha, I've got to make you laugh on this. They keep giving me, you've got to go dancing, because I kind of feel you just need stuff
I
around.
love dancing, but I don't have the money. I don't have the job. Yeah.
I know, but this is
then
what
dance
I mean.
in your robe to the radio.
Get
it out.
All right, got you.
I feel that they keep saying to me about we've just got to lift your spirits, because you have a really beautiful soul. It's just you've just been a little bit glum right now, you know.
And I got a cold. Yeah, I got this cold. It's been going on for about 4 months, or a little bit longer than a month, and it's just terrible. It's sinus. I don't know what it is. It's just I'm just like out of this fogginess. I just can't do nothing but sit up in bed.
I think after tonight's reading, we probably have relieved some of that fogginess, and I feel that your cold might start to lift once the decision's made, if that makes sense, because you know, I'm a firm believer in our emotions, because sometimes our body goes, right, if you're not going to make a decision, I'll just be up. And then it's
I made myself sick. Yeah, I think so, too. It's psychological. Yeah, I think so, too. Yep.
So I hope that's helped, but it's been absolutely fantastic talking to you, Keisha. We are going to have to move on because we've got half an hour left. So it's been wonderful to talk to you. Okay.
All right. God bless. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye-bye. Bye. Right, I'm going to move straight on to the next caller. Your last 3 digits, 907. Okay, just bear with me. Sorry about this. Right, okay. I'm just talking.
That's
Hi.
me.
Who are we talking to?
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine,
good.
Thank you.
Who are you and where are you calling from?
I am Lisa, and I am calling from Massachusetts.
Ah, hi, Lisa. How are
Beautiful.
you?
Hi.
What do you have for us?
Well, actually, what I have for you, I just want to say your voice is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Very, very nice.
Which is part
Thank
of the
you.
reason
Have a follow on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Absolutely. I'm like, wow, that's really nice. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
My question is in regards to work. I've been in a job for over a year and a half, and it has been a struggle. It is not the work, because I enjoy the work. It's just the people around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking to actually move on. I don't know if the Spirit's saying, it's just time to move on. I'm just not feeling comfortable, where I'm at. And it's not the work. It's not the work. It's just the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you want to go first on this one, Joanie?
Yeah, I got another lifetime for you where there's forgiveness work that needs to be done.
Yes.
Do you believe that you're experiencing life in other incarnations at the same time?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, well,
yes.
Let's go there. There's another lifetime and you're a male trumpeter in a band.
Oh,
Sometimes you're outside and you're performing, and other times you're inside, but you're with this group of people.
Mm-hmm.
I see your hands over your ears, and you keep screaming at them you're playing too loudly. These are the people that are bothering you in this lifetime.
Wow.
Is there anything that resonates with this?
Yeah.
In what way?
Because the people that are bothering me, they are loud. Verbally,
Case
yes.
in point.
Oh my gosh.
So we're gonna go in.
So into myself, I'm like, why are you speaking so loud?
Oh gosh, above. Okay. So you were furious. I think some of the notes were shrill. I think they were really out there. The bass was I get shrill. So this band was off. The reason why you played in that drama over there as the trumpeter with this band and why this went down was for you to learn patience.
Yes.
Compassion and understanding. Mm-hmm. There were people that needed to blow their horn, as they said. They needed to get their yayas out, and they were doing it through instruments. Wow. And you had difficulty controlling yourself, and you were short and snippy. And so and there's no judgment. We're just talking here. That's all it is just factual. Mm-hmm. And so you go to your passing in that lifetime pissed. That mofo this and mofo that, and on and on and on. And you just unforgiveness towards other, a teeny bit towards self. You blamed yourself. Why did I sit near that one and I should have moved? Why didn't I? So that's also karma towards self, unforgiveness. So you come into this lifetime with do-over. They show up again, and they're seated around you almost similarly.
I'm like,
really? To the positioning of where they were in the band. Oh, my Lord. If I could draw a map of where they were sitting and where they are now in relation to your office, it's almost...
I have one in front of me and one behind me.
That's
oh my Lord! It's perfection because we do this to learn and grow and forgive. So let's get rid of that karma. You say inside regarding that other lifetime. I forgive myself. Oh, you're crying. You said, oh, I behaved so badly. You're blaming yourself. Spirit does not want you to blame yourself. There's no room for this. It does not serve. And that they're talking about you today as well as that other lifetime. Blame of self or other does not serve. Forgive everyone involved. Ask for everyone's forgiveness. Thank God for this life lesson. Okay, so I see you in this lifetime moving to the water cooler, and every now and then you get up and you go over to the lounge or wherever where there's a water cooler, coffee pot, somewhere. You get up, and you go there. Find peace and solitude. Make it feel like a Zen garden. Imagine that there's an energy of a Zen garden there, wherever your sanctuary is that you go, and call upon that energy to come in. In time, they will grow. Right now, they're not able. It's not possible. They are exactly where they're supposed to be. You're in a different place. I don't know whether you move jobs or if you move locales within that place, within the company. But for right now, they are who they are, and I think that like the other lifetime, this is for you to have compassion for people who are not settled individuals, and for you to wish healing and love on them, shine white light on them, have Archangel Michael come in, and star beings to come in and join them to give them some levity. They need lightness of being because many of them are very sad.
Oh.
That is what I get.
I feel very emotional. I'm getting very emotional.
That makes sense because you just, and grab a tissue and drink water. You just released fury and sadness and the unforgiveness towards them in the other lifetime, and that bound you to them. And when one forgives themselves and or others, there's a freedom, there's joy, and there's oftentimes a release of the feelings that were pent up there.
Yes, and that's how I felt. I just feel like these feelings are pent up, and I feel like it's isolated me and separated me.
Well, when we blame others, we end up isolating ourselves because everyone, we are all connected.
Absolutely.
So once we cross another soul with a blame and a finger point and a judgment and unforgiveness, we have separated ourselves from other, which is really us, because we're all pieces of creation. We're all God sparks, and it's as if you're severing a tie, but you're actually strengthening a negative tie. It switches around a love tie to a negative vibration tie. So you just flipped it, honey. You got rid of a negative tie and you made it a love tie. You brought them back to you. It'll be interesting to see now whether they settle down. Spirit said in the beginning, no, but miracles occur when you do the forgiveness work.
That is so true. Oh, my gosh. This is so true, because it's almost as if I come in and it's like, and I don't think that I'm better. I'm not thinking I'm better than anyone else. I don't.
I understand. You're different.
I don't. Yes. And it's almost like she's so different that we can't be around her because she's better than us. And that's
oftentimes other folks who are not feeling so hot project onto souls that are feeling a little bit better.
Yes, and I feel guilty for that. I feel ashamed.
There's no reason to, because you are where you are, they are where they're at, and you don't have to own that. You can bless them, and you can acknowledge inside that there's a misunderstanding. They're misconstruing who you are.
Yes.
I've had that happen to me.
Because of that shame, it was the same thing in my family. My family life was the same. It's the same as my work life. And it clicked. I'm like, wait a minute. I never left home. I'm right back at home.
Yeah.
Of being a shadow. I'm a shadow.
Go and add.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't exist.
Yeah, because what that is, sorry for interjecting here, Lisa.
No, go and you take over now.
We actually get, when things sort of, we walk away from something, but we haven't really learned what we need to learn from that. It's like a repeat performance over and over and over and over again. This is what you've been going through. I did get at the top of the reading before we did the forgiveness work, is that it's the right time to move if you want now.
Yes.
Wait to see the dust settle, because I kind of feel you might feel a different energy coming from these people. But what will happen is when your energy shifts, your intuition will naturally say, it's time to move.
Amen.
But the thing is, now we've cleared the karma, you will move to a better place. So it's all working out nicely on this one. So I just wanted to say, I haven't really got much more to say apart from I just needed to say that. But Joanie's done a fantastic job there, haven't you, dear?
Well, thank you. I humbly just say I love my job, and I wish you such healing around this, such peace.
Yes.
It's big stuff when you see things from a different perspective, and you know that it's not random and chaotic, that there's a really good reason for it, and it's really beautiful, actually. Despite it sounding crummy, it's brilliant.
Just
brilliant what we do, what we set up for learning.
Even if things feel bad, once we've got through that, you feel like a massive weight's been lifted off your shoulders. You're like, oh, I can move on now. I can finally free up this energy around me.
Yes,
this is what
I felt
it's
that
all
I
about.
could not move. I felt I could not move from this space until I cleared up this space.
Yeah.
Until my energy shifted.
Yeah.
Because I want to move on a good note. I don't want to move knowing that I still have some type of attachment, because it's going to follow me.
Yeah, and this is true. So by lifting this energy, and I always say this, and I'm sure Joanie will agree, doesn't matter which one of us is reading, the other one's always going in and working with the other one. So it's always a two-way thing with us guys. So you get one, two for the price of one almost. But But I'm saying that I was actually going in. And I must admit, when Joanie was doing the forgiveness work with you, I'm sitting here feeling sick. So I'm thinking, this is clearing. This is big stuff here that's just gone and been lifted. So, take that knowledge with you. Feel that peace and that energy. And I am getting from Spirit, feel the love as well, because I think you will feel very different towards your existing co-workers. But I kind of feel that, like you said, you will move on with happiness and a glow rather than under a cloud, which is what it's all about sometimes. So good on you. I'm really chuffed about that. So I'm just going to pass you back to Joanie, unless Joanie's got something else to say.
No, I have nothing else. I think that this is, I think it's wonderful, and I'm excited for you to go back tomorrow. And see
what am I?
You might not need earplugs.
I put them in because I'm like, one's in front of me and one's behind me. As a matter of fact, I used to play the tuba in school. I played the tuba in school. From trumpet
to tuba. You didn't go that far, honey. You're a brass instrument. Look at that. God bless.
Yes.
See?
Yes. And I'm like, and I look at them. I'm like, I really like my coworkers. Besides, even beyond, in spite of the noise, which is like fingernails on a blackboard.
Yeah.
But I actually like them. I want to like them because I see goodness in them.
Yes, that's beautiful. Well, you know them because you travel with them.
Yes. I'm like, they're good people. It's like I know that there's something going on, just like with me. You know, it's like I don't want to do this. Because I feel like this is not the reason why I've come here.
Right.
It's something else.
Bless you for sharing. I'm so glad you called for us. Wonderful.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
so much.
I feel so much better. Honestly, I feel so much better now and clearer. Where it's like I'm carrying this guilt and this shame, and I think that's part of the reason why I was hiding, because of how I felt.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Lovely to talk. We're going to move on now, Lisa, but it's been fantastic
ladies.
to talk
You're
to you.
welcome.
And
thank you. Many
take
blessings
care.
to you.
I
will.
And
Many
you
blessings.
too. And keep in touch. Okay?
I will.
Take care
already.
now.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Right, I'm going to move straight on to the next caller. Your last three digits are 316. Hi, you're speaking to Caroline. Who am I speaking to and where are you from?
Hi, this is Diane in the United States in Nebraska. Thank you so much for taking my telephone call today.
Hi, Diane. How are you this evening? Or should I say
Great,
this afternoon?
thank you. Really enjoying your show.
Thank you. Lovely
to
hear. Right, do you have a question for us?
Yes, I was really glad you brought up past lives. I've been studying past lives for a long time, and I saw one years ago in which there was a prominent person in my life, a mate of mine, where it was the most balanced life I've ever seen, and it was in Ireland. Didn't know who the person was, though, in this life. Well, recently I've begun to wonder if it was someone that I've been friends with for a little while now, but we're kind of moving into a romance, and his name's Brian, and I'm wondering any impressions you get, whether it's about him or whether Brian might have been my mate in that life in Ireland.
Right, well, I've got to pick up, and I'll just say this quickly, and then I'll get the master of past lives, shall we say, to have a look at this. Even though I'm a past life regressioner, how do I put it? My forte is the clairvoyance and mediumship with the healing, whereas Joanie's absolutely amazing at the past lives, you know. What I was going to say is I pick up that, yes, I do feel that this is this gentleman. It is a slow-burning relationship, but it's definitely going ahead. And they're just showing me a picture of a steamboat, which means that it'll chug along nicely and get to that place. And I kind of feel, you know, that the connection's already there. So I feel that I've got to be honest, I kind of feel that this is a really beautiful connection, Diane. It's just the timing. That's all it boils down to. And this is why you've had this reliving this experience time and time again, thinking, well, when is this person going to come up in my life? But there's always yeah. Like, if you fell out tomorrow, you'd be really upset. Now, I've got to equate this a little bit to when I met my current partner, because at first I wasn't sure whether he was kind of interested, and I wasn't sure whether I was kind of interested, but I was really upset when he decided not to speak to me for a little bit. It's like, what's this all about? Why am I feeling like this? And I'm not sure how I feel. It's your inner knowingness automatically knows, and so it's almost like a an unsaid trust before you even start, if that makes sense. But yeah, definitely. So now I am going to get the master of past life to have a look at this. If that's okay with you, Joanie?
Thank you.
You're funny. Okay, so this is interesting because I get something different from Caroline, but there are always things that are correct. So I know I'm going to have to delve more, so I'm just going to start the channel. I'm getting Brian isn't the one that you are referring to as that prominent figure in Ireland, but there's something about this, and it doesn't mean Caroline is wrong. She's picking up on a prominent figure in Ireland, and I think that he's done something. There's something related to the prominence, but the one that I feel that you are focusing on is a different person, and we'll call him Thomas.
Okay.
So I'm going to go in because I love this stuff with clarifying what Caroline, who she's getting, because she's picking up on another. And now, mind you, I'm not Caroline. I'm not saying you're wrong. This is just another read. There's another Brian out there who's playing another Irishman. And so you have had a relationship with him all over the place. I get Dublin. I get Glasgow. And I don't even know. I'm making this up. Fenimore. I don't even know if this is another town somewhere in the UK. Fenimore. It sounds a Fenimore, unless that's his last name. But anyway, so Caroline I feel like she's picking up on this gentleman who you have known. You worked with him, shaking hands, plenty of sunshine, out in the fields, tremendous respect. He was a very strong individual. Okay, so I do get that there is a relationship where he was your father at one point. That is one relationship that I get, and I see the two of you together out in the fields, and he's Pa. Then I see another relationship with you, and you're a student of his. Feel like he's at university and he's a professor, and you fall in love, and we've got this professor-student thing going on. Quite clandestine. You keep that a secret, but then you have a child by him and you marry. So I do not know if there's anything secretive about what's going on between the two of you, or if something is under the covers. Does something seem like there's something low-key, or it's kept low? Something's off or hiding?
Well, we met in a group situation, and I don't know if anyone else in the group knows that we've started dating, because it's been very recent, within the last month.
Right.
So maybe that's it. It's not that we're hiding it per se. It just hasn't really come up.
Oh, I think that's what that's about. There's something that's under the covers, and it looks like it's going to surface. I still want to get back to what Caroline picked up on, because there's a reason for that, for what she picked up on in terms of the Irish and the strength and the prominence. There is something about it doesn't. Now we're just going to take both of them and meld them together, because he's playing these parts with you in the UK, and he is a very strong figure. I feel like there's power involved, and that I see you're looking up to him. Up meaning that he's in charge. He rules. He has more power. And so that looks to me like you have something, it's a drama that goes on between the two of you, possibly that you're submissive or more quiet around him, and he would take over and take charge. And that is for you to take a look at to see whether this is a role you wish to engage in. Caroline, go for it. Now I'm tagging back. You're in.
You are spot on with that, by the way, because I have kind of felt that way, but I haven't really felt threatened by it. I've been okay with it so far.
Okay.
So like I said, it's early, but you were.
And that is your choice. I don't see anything necessary. Sometimes you were a rebel, and you didn't want to listen. That's from the other lifetimes. So this is for you to decide where you stand in relation to him.
Okay, thank you.
Caroline, go for it.
Right. Well, kind of, I still feel, it seems very similar to the connection that you've dreamt about, which is why I said I do pick up, this is Because what happens, right, and I'm going to just explain this a little bit from my side, and I'm sure, I know Joanie will agree with this. We have quite a few, we're not just designed. Sometimes we meet our soul partner and we are with them for the rest of our life. Other times we meet someone who we have a connection with that we would have had a past life connection with. So we feel that connection for a time period of life. Then that dissipates because we may have learned the lesson from that situation. Then it's time to move on. So this is why I do feel this is a very soul partner link. I feel that you've got the emotions there and that inner knowingness. So like as Joanie said, it may be you may have had those dreams to show you that you'll have a similar connection in the future. Like say you've had the dreams about Tom, but this may be Brian. Do you see what I mean? Because you're going to have a similar relationship to the one that you had in the past. So this is kind of where I'm coming from. So when I was saying I do feel it's like the connection that you were talking about that you've dreamed of, because I feel that it is. I feel there's this inner knowingness, this inner guidance going towards this person. And it's the words I get from spirits, it's very placid in the sense that it's very peaceful, it's very harmonious. Now, just as a thing, I don't like saying the word soulmate, and I will tell you for why. I have had soulmate relationships, and sometimes that soulmate is to learn a lesson from. And yes, we choose it before we come here. So it's a lesson that we must learn for ourselves, whether it be self-acceptance, self-worth, self-judgment, self-blame. And it's learning who we are. And our own self-worth and our own self-love. I feel you've gone to those places. So I sort of feel now this is where this new relationship is, and the way they're giving it to me at the moment, like a bud on a tree, it's a budding relationship with a potential for that harmonious future. So it will be similar to your dreams, okay? So this is kind of where I'm feeling it's heading. So I kind of want to say, they're saying to me you're in the driving seat, so you will drive this relationship how you want, but I sort of feel it's that nice feeling between the two of you, and it's very comfortable. And this is what happens. When we meet the person that we're meant to be with, it's 1, it's easy, 2, it's comfortable, and 3, it's peaceful. Yeah? Yes. You don't argue as much. You think, my God, we've got so much in common, even though you are two different people. Because when you've got a relationship where you might feel a connection, but the personalities aren't in harmony, then you get like this sandpaper syndrome going on. That's why relationships end. But with this, I kind of feel it's very easygoing, it's very relaxed, very harmonious, and it's giving you the same feelings as the dreams that you've been having. So I kind of feel this is why. Is it this person from a past life? Maybe, but I kind of feel it's just offering you that similar connection. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And what you were saying about it's comfortable and easy, that's all it's been. It's been very easy, very fun.
Yeah, and you feel like you've known him for a lifetime before you've even met him that often. Does that make sense? And it's sort of like, correct. Well, when you're with the person that you're meant to be with, there is a level of you will feel the connection between you. I can't explain it. It's not something you can put your finger on. But like as I said before earlier on in the show, all logic goes out the window, because when it comes to our heart, it's about our emotions, it's about our feelings, and it's about where our intuition's driving us to. So I sort of feel like that's kind of my take on it, really, in the sense that I feel that what you're being given is a similar connection to what you've been shown in the past. So I sort of feel it's all good.
Okay.
I agree.
Well,
I agree.
Thank you both very much.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
It's beautiful. So, I don't know about you. I don't think there's karma. I'm not feeling that there's any major stuff to work through, any karmic forgiveness work that needs to be done.
No, I'm just getting you're in the driving seat, Diane.
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's what I was feeling, too, about the karma. I don't know if I've ever had a relationship where I felt the karma was balanced before.
Yeah, and it's very difficult because when we've been, and I can take this is just from my own experience, and me and Joanie have also talked about this because outside of the show we're friends, even though we're across the pond, we are very close friends.
Oh,
is
yeah.
that you will meet someone and you'll have a connection, but that connection is only meant to last for a period of time. So what happens is, and you see, and then because you've been used to maybe a chaotic relationship, a dramatic relationship. And I remember saying this to my friends a few years ago before I met my partner now, is that how do I know when it's right? Because if you've never experienced it, it feels so different because it is one where you go, oh, we like similar things. And you go shopping and you go, oh, you like the same food as me. It's very simple. Yeah? You haven't got to... It's almost like you know yourself and you're independent, but you're two souls that are independent that have come together and you're in harmony. And it's a very, very different feeling. And I think sometimes when we meet that person, if you've had previous relationships that are caught up in drama and excitement and you're on that cycle, then you're thinking, oh, this is a bit boring. But sometimes it's just allowing it to get to that place where you're like, no, I quite like the comfort. So, you know.
Where I'm at.
Yeah. I hope that's helped, Diane. I really do. But it's been lovely to talk to you.
Yes.
And
yes, it's helped a great deal. Thank you both.
Yeah. Okay.
You're welcome. Enjoy him. Enjoy life.
Thank you. Same to you. Enjoy life.
And you. Keep it
Thank
simple.
you.
Okay. Cheers, Diane.
Bye.
Right, we're back together now. I was going to say, Joanie, we've got 1 minute left of the show. We have another 8 callers still. Could we squeeze another one in, or shall we say goodbye for next year?
I don't know how that works with Blog Talk. Does it keep recording?
It doesn't keep recording.
And I think we'll probably stop.
I
think I'm gonna say enough for me. I'll just say, all of you, thank you for listening, and call up next month. Get in the queue. Those that have not had a reading, we're sorry that we couldn't get to you. I have to kind of move on with my evening.
Okay, right. Well, I will say goodbye as well. So you're talking to Caroline from Crystal Heart Psychics and Joanie from Joanie Eisinger's whitelighealing.com. And it's crystalheartpsychics.com if you need to get in touch with me in the future. We will be back next year. So all I will say is a very happy New Year, happy Christmas to everybody who celebrates Christmas, and also a very happy New Year. We will come out with our dates on our respective Facebook pages, and obviously the next show will be up on Blog Talk. You can also follow our show, so you will see that and be reminded through Blog Talk. You can choose to be reminded on emails as well.
Find us on Facebook too, and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And Twitter.
And Twitter, yes. I'm at CH Psychics from Twitter. I don't know what you are, Joanie.
At Joanie Eisinger.
Yeah.
And I'm Joanie Eisinger on Facebook, and Joanie's White Light Healing on Facebook.
Yeah, and I'm Caroline Dixon on Facebook, and Crystal Heart Psychics on Facebook, okay? Right, well, I think we're going to go with a closer show. I am actually going to play out with one of Joanie's other songs, The Way He Makes Me Feel. Basically, we will see you in the new year and announce a new episode soon. So thank you for listening, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
There's no chill, and yet I shiver. There's no flame, and yet I burn. I'm not sure what I What's the secret they reveal? I'm not sure I understand, but I like the way I I can never